What is going on, guys? I'm going to be doing something a little different for this week's Horror Thursday. Instead of playing a game, we are actually going to be watching an analog horror. We're going to be doing Vita Carnis. They released a new video today, but since I haven't done a video on any of the other ones, we're going to have to start from the beginning. So it might take a little while, but, let's just get into it. Video 1. The Crawl.
On planet Earth, life has thrived for millions of years. Creatures big and small have found ways to adapt and evolve to flourish in all types of environments. From barren wastes to lush forests, life can be found. Earth has homed these creatures since the dawn of life itself. Only until very recently, things have changed. New life forms have appeared all around the globe and completely changing the balance of nature and what we know about evolution itself. That is why we, at National Living Meat Research, have been studying these new species, trying to help educate everyone about these creatures and their wondrous ways of life. First, what are these new life forms? Since their explosive arrival across the globe in 1931, there has been much debate on what these newcomers are, and where they came from. Are they extraterrestrials coming to invade Earth? Or are they demons who come from hell to purge humanity? From what our scientists have discovered, no. The origins of these creatures are solely to Earth, miraculously out of nowhere. We don't know why or how, but one thing is for certain, Earth is now their home. What these creatures are is mysterious and still not well known today. But here is what we do know. These creatures are comprised mainly of muscle tissue, organs, and bones. They greatly resemble animals with no skin, or store-bought meat. Because of these characteristics, they have been named accordingly as Vita Carnis. The Carnis species consume decaying, organic matter, but their main diet is composed of raw meat, not including their Carnis relatives. The Carnis only appear in places where there is an abundance of crawl, which leads to the first creature of the Carnis species, the crawl. The crawl is a growth of meaty tendrils that closely resemble the small intestine, the only difference being the dark red coloration. These tendrils grow in a similar pattern as vines, mold, or fungi. A primary stem structure is the host to divisions of other, smaller branches. In each tendril contains a variety of veins, arteries, and other similar organs used to transport nutrients absorbed from its surroundings. The ends of these tendrils are equipped with organelles used to absorb water and organic matter necessary for growth. The source of these organic materials is mainly found in dirt and soil on surrounding surfaces. Using its root-like tendrils, it absorbs the material and processes it into usable energy. Although, the crawl also obtains energy through another means. Using a sophisticated form of photosynthesis, the dark pigmentation of the smaller branches is ideal for absorbing sunlight, and therefore allowing solar energy to fuel the crawl's growth. Because of its efficiency, it thrives in almost all types of environments, easily allowing it to spread across the world, and can be found pretty much anywhere. Its recent inclusion in the ecosystem has caused many major changes in nature's balance. One may assume that the crawl's presence may outcompete any other competitors, but due to its unique life cycle, where old branches fall off and decay into nutrient-rich compost, all forms of life seemingly flourish instead. The crawl's abundance grants plenty of nourishment to all animals, from plants feeding on the decayed crawl, herbivores thriving on increased plant population, and carnivores feeding on both the abundant prey, and are able to eat the crawl as well. The presence of all these animals leave behind waste, which will be broken down and consumed by the crawl, and the cycle begins again. This form of symbiosis leads to an environment where all populations thrive. Humanity also uses the crawl to our advantage. Because of the supernatural rate of growth, and its richness in nutrients, it has been sustainably cultivated into domestic farms. The crawl is harvested and processed into fertilizer, which greatly increases crop yield and quality. The crawl may also be used as a food source for humans, and reliably so. But due to its unkindly appearance and taste, it has yet to reach cuisine standards. The crawl also plays a very important role in the next creatures that we have been studying. Sometimes, in a crawl-populated environment, a node of meat may develop on one of the branches. This node will fall off and grow into a functioning organism, and go to live on as an independent animal. This leads us to the upcoming species that we will be discussing. The first of these creatures are the trimmings.
Alright, video 1 down, but there is a few things I wanted to go over. It was like, I think right here, there was like some glitch here. I believe it was right here. I am not sure. Okay, I paused a little too late, but okay, it's right here, which is good. It's something about the crawl. Okay, there we go. Radio tower overgrown with crawl. Okay, yeah, I don't think you can see that. And then there's something at the end. Ah, come on. Oh, jeez. I hate trying to land it. It's so hard to do. Alright, so that's video 1, the crawl. A very interesting organism, I would say, how it appeared out of nowhere. And just instantly, the ecosystem thrived with it. So I'm starting to think that maybe it was always there and it just barely was found. Alright, so yeah. Video 2. Video 2. The trimmings.
The trimmings. Trimmings are small animals that resemble skinned raccoons. They are commonly known to have a plump body, round head, small eyes, nose and ear holes, and an agape mouth. They are also equipped with a diversity of limbs. All individual trimmings are unique, each with a different body shape, number of limbs, and other characteristics.
Damn, I want that one.
One thing they all share in common is that they are made mostly of meat tissue, and are a maximum of 20 centimeters in length, no larger than a basketball. Its life starts with its separation from the crawl. It will wonder to find anything that is edible and able to consume. Although it is an omnivore, being able to hunt meat and forage for plant matter, trimmings are almost entirely scavengers. Their diet consists of rotting plants and meat, including, but not limited to, fruits, vegetables, roots, seeds, insects, and deceased animals. Although its appearance is unsightly, it is a cowardly creature, only fleeing, screeching, and hiding when threatened. Because of its lack of defensive traits, it lies near the bottom of the food chain, making it easily overpowered and picked off very regularly by predators. Naturally, its population would eventually die out, but this is not the case. The crawl constantly produces a large quantity of trimming nodes, keeping up their numbers. Naturally, trimmings can be found wherever there is abundant crawl. trimmings grow at a decent pace, reaching maturity at around 7 months, having a maximum lifespan of 2 to 4 years. Although they are plentiful, humanity has no proper way to implement trimmings into society. Their overabundance has even considered them pests, due to them digging through trash bins and making excessive noise at night. Besides all of this, some people still keep trimmings as pets, and relatively domesticate them. Nuisance or not, trimmings are a wondrous creature. From their plentiful numbers, to their skittish nature, they are truly a thing to behold. The next species on our list is the meat snake.
Yeah, like that doesn't sound disgusting. Alright, like again, there's something, I'm guessing right here. I think I missed it. Mass trimming infestation. Estimated 400 plus trimmings gathered under a large abandoned satellite dish. The reasons are something. To why is something. Yeah. And then, like always, again at the end. It's like a single frame that it's on. Oh, there we go. I can read some of that. During the something, a great storm, something, swayed the boat, royal something, pushed the prince out, and something. All right, so we actually got some of whatever this is. So, yeah. Video 3, the meat snake.
The meat snake. The meat snake is a worm-like creature, made of a variety of types of meat, coated in a transparent, skin-like membrane. Its size varies during its lifespan, depending on how much it consumes. When it first separates from the crawl, it is only a few centimeters in length. Eventually, it will reach an average length of 5 meters. Although, under extreme conditions, like natural disasters, war, or plague, it can greatly surpass this length. The meat snake's diet consists entirely of dead animals or parts. A meat snake is incapable of consuming a healthy, living organism. The meat snake allocates its food by using a tongue-like organ covered in sensors to touch and feel its environment. The sensors catch particles of decaying meat, notifying the meat snake that there is food nearby. This process shares many similarities to regular snakes, hence the meat snake's name. Once it locates the corpse, the meat snake will open its jaw and swallow the entire body whole. Once the entire body is consumed, the meat snake's stomach will release a variety of chemicals. Some will break down soft tissue like skin, and the connection points between muscles. Others chemicals will then ferment and preserve the tissue to keep it from breaking down for as long as possible. After that, the remaining flesh and bones will move along the meat snake's tract, and slowly be implemented into its own structure, extending the meat snake. Unsatisfactory parts like skulls, pelvises, hair, and fingernails will be excreted. Speaking of skulls, the meat snake will take the skull from the consumed organism and use it as its own. Each meat snake has its own skull, each corresponding to what that one has consumed. During its lifespan, it will swap or replace these skulls if needed. A meat snake's lifespan depends entirely on how much a meat snake consumes. The longest one has lived for was 28 years.
Damn.
The meat snake has no predators and is immune to disease, due to its preserving chemicals. The only significant ways a meat snake can die is through starvation, burning, or complete destruction of the meat snake's membrane coating. Interestingly, the meat snake is the only member of the Carnis family that is able to reproduce. When a meat snake reaches an excessive size, and is in the conditions to do so, it will commence mitosis, splitting itself in two. Then the now two meat snakes will go on their separate ways and live on as two distinct organisms. Meat snakes can only be found in moderate temperature climates, not too hot, not too cold. Their population depends entirely on the amount of corpses available. Where there is death, there are meat snakes. Humanity will use them to our advantage. Meat snakes are a very efficient and clean way of disposing of any meat products. The preserving fluid within the meat snake's body disinfects the carrion, preventing the spread of disease. Humans use meat snakes in butcher shops as a waste bin, dispose roadkill, within war on the battlefield to dispose of festering bodies and parts, and within zoos to dispose of deceased animals. They are extremely tame, not caring if any creature is around them, only acting defensively when it is within consuming a meal. This means they are very easy to tame. Overall, meat snakes are a marvelous creature with a very interesting way of sustaining itself. It is an amazing experience to encounter one, as long as you don't mind the smell. Our next creature is the mimic.
Alright, that was pretty cool. You know what we gotta do? We got some stuff. This time it was like all the way at the beginning. I think I put it too early again. Okay. Largest meat snake ever discovered. During a sweep of underground sediments made during the war, a massive-sized meat snake was discovered stuck inside an underground railway. The beast was measured at a total of 40 meters in length. It was believed that bodies gathered during the war were fed to the creature, causing it to reach the unbelievable size. Cult activity. Okay, we actually got it this time. After being stranded at sea, the young prince eventually was cast to an island, injured. The prince stumbled his way into a nearby cave. The prince used what magic he could to put himself into a healing sleep. This is page 3. Video 4. The Mimic.
The Mimic. The mimic is a bipedal creature with uncanny similarities to humanoid anatomy. They greatly resemble humans without skin, with added exaggerated features. These features include extended finger length, longer limbs, bulging, empty eyes, and their most prominent feature, a wide, teeth-filled smile. Although it resembles a happy face, this is due to coincidence, and is only how their facial structure is shaped. The maw of the mimic contains much more teeth than humans, and their teeth is comprised almost entirely of incisors, with some canine and premolars in the back. This tooth composition is ideal for biting down onto meat and swallowing chunks whole. A mature mimic's diet is comprised entirely of human flesh.
Wait, did that say human flesh?
Because of this, they are found solely around human-populated areas. The mimic's life cycle is made of 3 stages. In the first stage, a young mimic separates from the crawl. They closely resemble their trimming relatives, but are thin, sleek, and only have 4 appendages. In this stage, the young mimic will hunt small animals, moving on to larger and larger as they grow. Once large enough, it will begin metamorphosis into the next stage of life. Once fully transformed, it will resemble the description mentioned in the beginning. Its hunting style changes and becomes much more complicated. It now stalks and feeds only on humans. It will locate human-populated area and begin its search for an easy target. To blend in, it may use objects to conceal itself. These include clothing, mannequins, and furniture. Once a target has been found, the mimic will observe its prey and learn its routine and when it is most vulnerable. This is typically when the human is asleep at night. Once the prey is within position, the mimic will advance silently until it is close enough. The mimic will then execute and immediately begin consumption. Once the mimic has had its fill, it will leave the scene, a fair distance away from the human population, and begin to digest its meal. Although, in the case that a human is awake, a mimic will use a variety of sounds to either lure or startle prey into cornering themselves. Once a human is in place, it will swiftly attack and kill the helpless target.
Oh boy. Okay, this is interesting. If you're hiding, why do you have your flashlight on? Turn that off. Just an easy way to find you. And now he's inside. Aw, hell nah, bro. Nah. Turn the flashlight off. Turn the flashlight off, bro. Oh, hell nah. Oh my god. Okay.
The next stage of the mimic's life cycle has two potential morphs it may develop into. If a mimic has a consistent supply of food, it will develop more human-like features. It will grow skin, hair, and by the end will look nearly identical to a human being.
Well, that's nice.
It now can blend entirely into civilization, and lure other humans more effectively. The second type of morph happens when a mimic receives an overabundance of food. It will grow into a larger, more evolved hunter. Its proportions will increase in length, and its humanoid features will fade away. It grows a thick, dark coating of a flexible skin, which is highly durable, and increases in strength the more the elder mimic consumes. This excludes the face, which is now coated in a pale pink skin. The mimic's teeth have also moved deeper into the mimic's throat, leaving its mouth a toothless grin. It uses the dark hue of its skin to hide seamlessly within a dark environment. Its skills have also been heightened. This makes an elder mimic one of the most efficient predators on the planet. Because of the obvious threat this poses on humanity, nations around the world have released instructions on how to be able to fend for yourself in a mimic encounter. Here are the instructions.
1. Avoid going out alone if your location is known to have mimics, or there have been mimic sightings. 2. If you encounter a stationary mimic, seemingly unfazed by your presence, quietly leave the location and alert your local authorities. 3. If pursued by a mimic, get yourself into a position where you are able to flee. Mimics will rarely attack if a person has a clear escape route. 4. In the event that you have been cornered by a mimic, roll into the fetal position, protecting your neck, face, and vital organs from attack. Make as much noise as you can to alert any other people. 5. If you have a weapon, do not use it. A mimic is fairly resilient, and any strikes or shots on a mimic is not effective enough to bring it down in time. Instead, use it as a barrier between you and the mimic to block any attacks. 6. In a situation where a mimic is hunting in the immediate area, and is not aware of your position, hide somewhere low, like under a bed or behind other furniture. A mimic will not linger too long to search for prey, and will move on.
Be safe. and avoid any encounters with a mimic at all costs. Next up, the Harvester.
Oh. Oh. Oh god. Alright, that was a good one. Definitely quality of the video went up. But yeah, that oh geez, that live video that was something. Video 5. The Harvester.
The Harvester. The harvester is a large, bulbous mass, with a large amount of tendrils spreading from the base. The bulb measures around 3 meters in height and 2 meters in diameter.
Damn, that's big.
The tendrils, on the other hand, can extend up to 150 meters in diameter horizontally.
Damn.
The harvester is a specialized form of crawl that grows in a unique and deadly way. A harvester is created when a node, that will grow into a harvester, instead of separating, continues to grow. Eventually, it will grow tendrils of its own. It uses the energy provided by its mother branch and expands its reach further. Its tendrils, hidden just below the surface of the ground. The harvester is equipped with 2 types of specialized tendrils. The first type is bulky and flat. They lie the closest to the surface. These branches are lined on each length of the tendril with spines, extending in the shape of a bear trap. On each side of the branch, those particular spines have a vein that feed into them, that pump 2 types of venom. On one side, the spines can inject a neurotoxin, which will attack the nervous system of whomever it is injected into, causing sudden paralysis. The other side can inject an anticoagulant, which when injected, prevents blood cells from clotting.
That could be
Whenever a
useful
large
medicine.
animal moves across the area armed with these tendrils, the branches will clamp onto the animal and thrash violently. Once the prey has been injected with both venoms, the tendrils will rest and the prey will immediately collapse. The animal will be unable to move due to the paralysis, and the wounds caused by the thrashing spines will not stop bleeding. All the prey can do is lie patiently, until succumbing to blood loss. Once the prey has bled out, the second type of tendrils come in. They lie below the spine equipped once. These branches are thick, but very sturdy. They share similar anatomy to the small branches of the crawl, equipped with organelle that absorbs nutrients. These tendrils sense the blood, and move their way to the surface and begin to absorb the vital fluid. Once the blood has been consumed, the tendrils will wrap around the body and begin to shuffle downwards. This movement loosens the soil and slowly pull the body underground. Once secure, the tendrils will continue to feed until there is nothing but scraps. The nourishment absorbed by the tendrils will be sucked back into the main bulb of the harvester. This bulb houses all the vital organs and the venom glands that
It's
pump into the
huge.
spines. The nutrients are then converted into usable energy. The remains underground decompose, providing a rich soil, causing very prominent plant growth, which then attracts more animals. A strange behavior the harvester displays is its choice of diet. The spines will only activate on larger animals, allowing smaller ones to pass by unaffected. The spines will also not activate on some species of bird. There are a couple theories as to why this happens. 1. It could be that attacking smaller animals would cost too much energy for what they get in return, making it not worth the time. Another could be that smaller animals may attract larger animals or predators, allowing a safe place where prey may thrive, and lure more predators. It truly is astonishing. Although it is a spectacular creature, it is also very dangerous. The harvester is decently rare, only populating sparse areas in the northern hemisphere and woodland forests. If you are stung by a harvester, there will be no way of helping you, being that there is no cure, and fatality is 100% positive. best thing you can do is avoid encountering a harvester in the first place. If you are hiking, take note of any warnings or signs saying that there are harvesters around. If you also notice an abundance of lush, ground-dwelling plants in a forested area, and there are no signs of wildlife, this is suspicious and you should leave the area, staying close to the base of large trees or rocks. If you find yourself in the middle of a harvester ground, do not panic. Sudden movements may activate the tendrils and will inject you. Although a harvester is rather forgiving, do not risk any skittish movements. Remain calm. If you have any objects with considerable heft, like coats, backpacks, or full water bottles, gently take that object and lightly toss it towards the bulb, and away from your escape route. This will activate the spines on where the object lands, distracting the bulb for a moment. You will then slowly begin to do wide shuffles away from the bulb. If possible, throw another object when you are certain you are a fair enough distance away, just to be safe. Continue until you are completely sure you are out of harm's way. You may come out unscathed, but don't be too obnoxious, or you will be a harvester's next meal.
It said its tendrils reach
Next up is
462
the
feet.
host.
Oh boy. Some more information, but like always, we have something to see here. Oh, damn it. It's always so hard to get these. Family attacked. Okay, well, I'm guessing it says by harvester. Authorities release to handle the harvester. Yeah, it's just way too glitchy. I cannot make that out. And then, like always, the one at the end. Okay, I can't read that. Alright, on to the next one. Video 6. The host.
The host of influence. The host of influence, more commonly referred to as the host, has its name derived from a host who invites guests to an event. Not to be confused with a host, a harborer of parasites or disease. The host is a semi-humanoid looking organism. It has the structure of a head, torso, and arms. Other than this, it shares no other characteristics. The lower half of the host is comprised of a mass of fibrous tissue and tendrils that burrow into the ground to hold the host in place. Instead of skin, the host is covered in muscular tissue fibers, tendons, and veins. In some parts of the body are covered in a meaty plate, used to cover any large exposed areas, but allowing movement. The host's head has a smooth surface where the face should be, attached to a crooked neck, which houses a slit in the front used for feeding. On the host's back is a mound of pores. Protruding from these pores are hollow, hair-like structures, extending outwards. These hairs are barrels that release spores produced within host's body by being fired into the air. These spores are hazardous, so keep clear of them at all costs. Luckily, the host is rare, only found in North America. Obtaining info about the host is a very risky and daunting task. This is because of their rarity and of how dangerous it is to be up close to one. The spores released by a host is very dangerous when inhaled. A host will release a cloud of spores into the air, which will be picked up by wind and carried great distances. If an organism inhales the spores, the particles will find their way into the organism's brain and infect them. An infected organism will show no symptoms of infection right away, but a couple hours after infection the infected organism's behavior and thought process will change. The first symptoms that appear are restlessness, sluggish movement, numbness of joints, and lack of coordination. Then more serious symptoms appear over time. These include dizziness, migraines, impaired speech, and trembles. If you, or someone you know show these symptoms, contact poison control or emergency services. After a total of 6 to 7 hours after infection, the organism will cease all activities they were previously doing and begin to walk. The direction the infected will walk is towards the host whose spores have been inhaled by the infected individual. If the infected makes their way to the host, they will kneel down in front of it, expose their vital organs, and the host will promptly gut and remove those organs.
Okay.
The host will consume them and
Nice.
discard the leftover scraps. However, if an infected organism doesn't reach the host within a 36-hour span or is treated for their infection, the effects will wear off and return back to normal. If a host is unable to find prey or doesn't like its current location, it will unroot itself and move to a new location. Their scarce numbers and the hazard of being around one makes getting info about the host very daunting. All you need to currently know is that the host is extremely dangerous and should be avoided at all costs. Next, the monoliths.
Okay. Very interesting creature. But you know what I'm here for. I'm here for this. It appears twice, so I'm hoping I can get at least one of them. That one was different, actually. What is that? It's like a circle with redness in it. Then there's that. Okay. Oh, there we go. Although one day the critters found the cave while searching for food, they found the prince in the trance in his healing sleep. The critters were so awestruck and enchanted by the prince's magic. Alright. Video 7. The monoliths.
The monoliths. The monolith is a very new creature, only showing up in June of 1972, in the area of. There are only 7 monoliths, all of them located in a circular position, 1.5 kilometers in diameter. This ring of monoliths surrounds.
Ow, number 2.
The monolith is a Titanic-sized being, measuring roughly 120 meters in height.
Damn.
Each monolith has 2
Damn.
trunk legs that are firmly embedded underground. The legs connect to a torso. The creature itself is made of hundreds of thousands of meaty strands, tightly woven together to form the structure. These strands end at the neck, fusing into a solid mass of hardened flesh in the shape of an upside-down triangle, with a hole in its center. On each side of the monolith where arms would be, there are dozens of long, rope-like appendages. These reach just barely to the ground. At the creature's feet, the strands go deep into the earth and extend horizontally a decent distance away. What
they
the
connect
monoliths
like
do
other
is
ones?
simply stand and do nothing. The only activity documented that the monoliths have done was in. During this period,
Oh,
they
no,
were
3.
extremely aggressive. When the group of were making their way to the
4
city,
and 5.
the monolith that they had passes roared a deep bellow and swung its appendages at the team, completely wiping them out. When military vehicles were dispatched, once they got close enough top the monolith, it roared another call, this time releasing an EMP blast, completely knocking the vehicles out in the vicinity.
Damn.
Finally, long-distance rockets were fired and struck the creature.
Whoa. Damn.
Although damaged, it regenerated at great speed and resumed its stance unscathed. Eventually, the area has been fenced off and is now restricted to all. Ever since, the monolith stands silently, now only a grand spectacle of awe and mystery, only adding more questions to these meat beings. And finally, the last creature on this list is marvelous and majestic world that exists today. It's as extraordinary to have such strange and mysterious beings appear all around us. Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploration and discovery of the lives of these living meat creatures.
Cheese crawl panini cook-along.
This could be the greatest discovery of the age.
Baby. Let this feeling in.
Have any information of the whereabouts of
Be making a dish that has recently gained a fair amount of popularity. Today's dish will be a cheesy crawl penne.
Cook at home kitchen. Cooking channel. Gordon Ramsay, you got some competition.
To start off, these will be the ingredients you will need. 3 cups of penne pasta.
Alright.
Roughly 3 cups worth of fresh crawl.
Okay.
Try to get a variety of sizes when you buy yours, or when you harvest them yourself.
Okay.
1 cup of cheese. Half a cup of green onion.
Okay.
1 teaspoon of salt.
Alright.
2 tablespoons of Cajun spice.
Alright.
2 tablespoons of parsley.
Okay.
1 tablespoon of dill.
Okay.
1 tablespoon of garlic.
Alright.
A pinch of pepper.
Okay.
And finally, the most crucial ingredient. Nutrier Company's newly released Flavor Enhancer. To bring out the richness of flavors within each and every meal.
Okay. Alright.
First, get a medium-sized pot and fill half of it with water.
Why are you dressed like that for a cooking video? You're spilling it. You spilled some of the water.
Add a pinch of salt, which is used to help the pot come to a boil faster and help flavor the pasta. Then,
Maybe take
set
off the
aside
gloves.
to boil.
Take off the clubs.
Grab your crawl and a sharp knife. Begin to cut the meat into a rough mince.
It looks like your knife is kind of struggling to cut that. No, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to be. Oh god. Alright, it's all. I don't know.
Crawl is soft on the outside, but the interior has a surprising sturdiness.
Okay. I mean, it looks like you're chopping it with ease right now. No, why didn't you
Then,
just get a butcher's
gather
knife?
the meat and set aside.
Bro, that's a whole uncut piece right there.
Mince the green onion into rough segments.
Nice.
Take this mince and set aside as well. Next, grab your skillet and preheat with along some oil.
Kind of looks like crab.
Take your minced crawl and spread it evenly across the skillet.
Oh, there's a whole uncut piece in there.
Stir occasionally until crisp and brown.
Okay, what about like your...
As your water reaches a boil, add your penne and stir occasionally. Cook until soft.
You should have left that on the stove and
At
stirred.
this time, Your crawl will be brown and crisp. Add your minced green onion and then the spices.
Looks like beef.
Mix well. Once your pasta is finished cooking, strain it. Lay your cooked penne evenly into your dish.
Why are you wearing a gas mask?
Then add the crawl topping.
Where's the flavor enhancer though? Like you just put the... I didn't see it. Maybe they did put it in, I don't know.
Sprinkle a generous amount of cheese along the still warm crawl for it to melt. At this point, finish preparing the dish with your flavor enhancer.
Okay, what's going on with the music?
Cool to a temperature below 60 degrees Celsius, or else the enhancer will not work.
Okay, damn, that's a lot.
You may serve and enjoy.
Alright. Anything after this or no? Guide to owning a pet trimming.
Many people get pets for companionship. They form bonds and grow relationships with these animals even to the point of them being considered a part of the family. Most people get dogs or cats, but maybe you want something more interesting.
No.
Then, you may want to get yourself a trimming.
I don't
These
want
lumps
that.
of meat have grown a reputation to be a loving companion for many people in the recent months.
Who would want a
Although,
sack of
most
meat?
people may not know the proper ways to care for them. Today, we will be showing you how you can care for your pet trimming. Taking care of a trimming is fairly easy, but this is no reason to slack off. They are living things and do require maintenance. The first thing to keep in mind when keeping a trimming is the temperature of your home. While trimmings are resilient to both high and low conditions, you want to keep your base temperature near room temp, maybe slightly cooler. That being said, trimmings prefer warmer areas to nest. A simple setup you may use is a box with some blankets on the inside. Make sure there is enough for your trimming to cover itself. And now, you have a comfy bed for your buddy. Next, you want to give your trimming the best diet possible. Trimmings are not picky eaters, and will eat anything you give them. To keep your trimming healthy and strong, a diet of dry cat or dog food that is high in protein, provided 2 times a day, is best.
Okay.
As a treat, you may give your trimming any scraps of your food. Things like apple cores, banana peels, or eggshells are a perfect snack. A thing to remember is trimmings are nocturnal and make plenty of noise.
Oh, I hate that.
To prevent you from having sleepless nights, try to give your trimmings first meal in the late morning or afternoon. This helps them be active during these
That's
times
still late
instead.
morning.
Another thing to consider if you want a pet trimming is where they will be living. Your home should have enough space for your trimming to roam around, as well as access to the outdoors, like a backyard. If not, be sure to take your trimmings on regular walks. This gives your trimming the exercise they need, as well as allowing them to meet other trimmings.
No.
Trimmings are a social creature and need to interact with others of their kind, like how they do in the wild. When it comes to entertainment, trimmings are not the most active, and aren't the best at fetch or tug of war. But here are other ways to keep your trimming entertained. Some toys that trimmings like are little items they can push, around, pull, or carry. Trimmings also enjoy things that you enjoy as well, like watching the television or listening to the radio. They love seeing and listening to all the funny things coming from the devices.
Bro, that's just static. What are you listening to?
After a long day, your trimming might be dirty and need a wash. To clean them, start your bath with a gentle warm water, mixed with a bit of hand or body wash. Gently scrub the trimming's feet, armpits, belly, and neck fold.
Isn't that an armpit as
Remember
well?
to be careful around their face, and avoid getting soap in their eyes, nose, and mouth.
I don't think that thing has
Gently
eyes.
pat dry with a towel when done. Now your buddy is all clean.
And now cook it.
And lastly, as said before,
I wouldn't.
trimmings are social creatures, so be sure to give them plenty of affection.
It looks like it would be sticky.
They love receiving pats, scratches, and pets. They also love to sit with you and cuddle. Since they communicate with each other in the wild, it is best to replicate this behavior with them as well. Simply talking to them is plenty enough. You
What?
can talk about your day, if anything interesting happened at work, if you are working on any new recipes, or talk about the weather. Trimmings are very good listeners and love to be involved.
Well, you want me to speak?
With all of these in mind, you are now well equipped to have a trimming become a part of the family. Do things right, and you will have a companion for a long while.
Alright, that's way too much time. Nah. Meat snake specimen. Archived footage. Hey guys, I actually forgot one video to record. So here I am making it up right now. It's like almost. It's 11 o'clock, so let's hurry this up so I can finish editing my video.
In the year of 1945, with the war finally ended, the cleanup process had started. During routine sweep of an underground train tunnel, the cleanup crew made a grotesque discovery. Found completely filling the tunnel was a meaty wall, and in the center of the mass was an opening with several skulls surrounding it. Closer inspection of the blockage revealed that the mass was actually an extremely engorged meat snake. Its impeccable size had blocked off the entirety of the tunnel's path. There was many strange things with this creature. First was the coloration. A typical meat snake's color is bright reds and light browns. This particular meat snake was a very deep maroon. Another strange thing about it was its behavior. This creature barely moved. Meat snakes are normally sluggish and encumbersome, but the specimen discovered seemed to lack even basic motor functions. Its behavior was that of a plant's, stationary, with only minor movements within. One would assume it was dead. The reason the meat snake may act this way may be because it was completely lodged in place and minimized movements to conserve energy. But how would it have gotten this deep into the tunnel in the first place? And by the looks of weathering, it had been in there for quite some time. So how did it get so large? The answer was discovered by a different cleaning crew, who found the other end of the tunnel. They followed it until it met with the other end of the meat snake. Alongside it was a huge pile of carcass. This meat snake's skin also displayed great amounts of resilience. It took several days of cutting to even obtain a sample. Here, you can see the clear difference between this meat snake specimen versus a normal meat snake's membrane. Testing on the sample showed that it had great immunity to damage. It tolerated extreme freezing temperatures, extreme heat temperatures, and even high doses of radiation. It is a wonder how such durability can occur in an organic creature. Another strange phenomenon is the smell off the skin. Normally, it would have a sour smell of rotting flesh. But the specimen displayed a rather pleasant smell, like that of cooking scrambled eggs. Meat snake was later discovered to be missing by unknown survivors. How the meat snake grew in size was discovered to be
That was something massive. I think it said 30-meter long. Mimic defense instructional tape. It was 21 minutes. Nah, that trimming.
As of the time of this video's release, we have been facing a concerning increase of missing persons and fatalities on a global scale.
Yeah, probably because I'm a
The reason for this is because we are under attack. We have discovered that there has been a significant growth of mimic populations, which is threatening public safety. National leaders have released this instructional recording to teach you on how to defend yourself. Here is what you need to know about the threat. Mimics are humanoid, intelligent predators that are highly adaptive and feed solely on human prey. Mimics gain information on people by watching their daily lives and pick to hunt people when they are most vulnerable. The most common times a mimic will attack is when you are asleep, that walking alone, or in a cornered position. Mimics are cautious and calculative creatures, taking precautions to ensure a successful hunt. They utilize various tactics to capture a person by surprise. One of the more well-known tactics is hiding itself inside of furniture, to blend into its environment. Common objects.
Hell nah. First of all, it's doing a good job at 1. And that's underneath the bed. Because you only got caught because, they had to lift their pillow. But, first of all, that I can see, if they're trying to tell if you're asleep. But come on, the middle one's like, bro, you're not even trying. What is it? Oh, Timmy, are you playing hide and seek again?
That mimics can hide inside our sofas, recliners, wardrobes, ottomans, and other places a mimic can comfortably wait. Mimics are able to contort their body in ways that allow them to fit inside smaller places.
Why doesn't it
They also
answer?
use it to expand their body, making themselves appear larger for intimidation. Another method mimics use to blend in is their ability to put on and wear clothing. Mimics put on layers of shirts, pants, and jackets to hide their bright red skin and blend into densely populated areas.
Why you gotta hide your face?
In very rare cases, mimics can develop and grow to look very similar to human beings. Pairing this with clothing, it can be very hard to tell the difference between a mimic and a person right away. If you are unsure if a person is a mimic, look out for key features that may reveal their true form.
Okay, yeah.
Look for abnormal facial features, like large, bulbous eyes, flat noses, wide mouths and an uncanny smile, and clammy skin. Also pay attention to other exposed body parts like hands. Mimic people will have long fingers with no fingernails. If you are unable to see their face or hands, watch their walking pattern. Mimics' legs are long and hunched. Their walking will be unusual and irregular. Here is what you do if you are met with a mimic. If it stands before you, do not panic. Stand your ground and try to appear larger. Wave your hands and make plenty of noise. Maintain eye contact. A mimic will hesitate to attack a potential threat. If you are armed with the weapon, aim for the head or legs. These are the best areas to hit to immobilize the threat.
I can see the legs.
Fight back and don't let it get a hold on you.
But didn't the
If you
other
find a
one
mimic
say...
that hasn't discovered you yet, stay out of...
The first Mimic video said don't attack it. Well, I mean, yeah, with like a baseball bat, you know, I can see yourself having a much harder time. A gun, yeah, shoot the eyes and the legs.
Sight. Call the authorities and alert them of your location. Stay where you are to avoid startling the mimic. If the mimic gives chase, run. Try to get somewhere out of sight and hide. Do not leave the area. Officials will need to locate you to help. Stay low and stay quiet. With the information you have learned, use it well, and stay safe.
Okay, we're getting something. VHS? Observe footage for confidential information. Oh, come on. Oh, we're getting more.
Got it.
Live footage.
Let's see. Yep, it's working.
Hey, can we get a move on?
1 sec. Yeah. Okay. Hello.
I thought you only had 30 minutes of tape on that.
I know, but just gotta see how it works. Like,
Yeah, well,
I never got to
don't
use
have
one
all
of
night.
these. It's too bad. You were the only person who could film with me, so you're gonna have to put up with it.
Fine.
Screw you. Screw you.
Screw you.
Still way too dark. 1 sec. There we go. Hello.
Cold.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. You got some light now. But look at that over there. You can't see anything unless I like point directly over there. Like, nope, can't see nothing.
Are you sure we should be out this late?
Fine. I'll cook you stuff when we get home.
She's
Don't
pretty
worry.
smart
I'm
though.
hungry.
Too bad.
Yeah, why would you be going out at that late when you know that there could be possibly mimics in your area? I'm just saying. Like, why would you have 30 minutes of film and you're just filming walking? Like, wouldn't you want to save it for, like, wherever you're going? Man, your city needs to really keep those sidewalks in check. Damn.
Wait. Ah, shit. Right, but it still turns off and on randomly for some reason. Like, it's the best thing I could get my hands on, though. Turning on and off, but it's the only thing that they would give me. It works, though. I just gotta watch.
This is gnarly.
It's not my fault this guy lives in a fucking dump. We're almost there. We just gotta get through the woods.
Oh, let's go to the woods at night when there could be possibly mimics in the
You see
area.
it, though?
Oh, that's very
Hopefully
smart.
I show up on camera, so... hopefully there are lights out there. Like, people still live there, right? Can't be that bad.
Pretty dark to me.
But it was just one guy. I don't know why. Like, why would they get rid of everything? Dogs barking are never a good sign.
No.
The sky looks nice. This thing can't capture it.
Man, I love the blackness of the sky.
I can barely capture the ground in front of me.
So, what are we doing out here exactly?
Well, supposedly they found some guy. It was like a grody scene. Like, it was disgusting. Like they had to get rid of the trailer he was in, and then like they didn't let anyone nearby, and it was like this big conspiracy. So I'm filming that. Hopefully, I get a good mark for it.
There was something on the cooking one
There we go,
where
we're
it
getting
did
close.
show like a news station that had like shown someone got arrested, I think. Or maybe it's him. I should watch out for ticks.
Oh, bush. Careful.
You know where we're going?
Yeah, we're almost there. We're on the road. We're right next to it. Like, it's literally up there.
Okay.
Come on. It's not too late yet.
Hungry.
Said that already.
Yeah? I'm still hungry.
Soon, okay? We're almost there. It'll be like 5 minutes. 5 minutes, okay? We're on the road. We're almost there. We just got past the tree line and make the way to the trailer park. Then we can go home. Okay?
Okay.
I don't want to be out here either. It's a weird place. See, we're right here.
This is the
You
80s.
go ahead. You can't see a thing.
She's not dressed up like she's from the 80s.
Where am I even going?
Just up here. There should be a path. Right there. Yeah, right here.
Okay.
And this dude's breathing a lot from just walking.
See, I found the path. We're all good.
Wherever they're going, the trailer park's far, man. Like, there's no other non-foresty way to get there. Why he stopping? Where's the girl at? I've yet to hear her or see her right now.
This way. I think this way. Yo, look at this. I didn't see this on my way over here last time.
Okay, so this dude's been here before.
It's cool. Like, we could get a shot of this in, like, atmosphere, you know?
It just looks like tetanus to me.
Hold on. One sec, let me get a good lighting on that. There we go. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. Like, look, there's, like, old stuff here as well. Anyways. We're on the flat part now. Yeah, we're close. Trailer should be right up ahead. This is where everyone was. There's no one here now, though. Not a single building in sight. Except, like, way over there. But
Okay, so everyone's left.
there's no one here. It's the strangest thing. This is the spot. Right here. Yeah. This thing. Okay. So you take the camera and the light. Point it at me, but don't point it at my eyes, please. Make sure. How do I look?
Like a barf bag.
Thanks.
Alright.
Alright, give me a second. And let me do a little read. Okay. Year 1990, teenage boy was coming home from the trailer late night. Although, when he arrived at home, he found a grisly scene. Detail Barrar, his father that he came home to, was found dead. A grisly scene lies before him. Police were called and came to investigate. Strange thing though, they immediately closed off everything. No one was allowed near, but only a few witnesses saw what truly happened there. For some reason, the police were acting very weird, trying to keep everyone away and telling little information. And when the information was released to the public, they say it was a suicide. Although, the trailer and most people living nearby moved away pretty much immediately. Police say it was a suicide, but the witnesses that did catch an eye at what happened say the scene was much too grisly to be that. But police haven't come out about anything yet. So that's why I'm here to answer what truly happened. And that's it for now.
You said grizzly way too much.
What?
You said grizzly way too much.
Too much?
Yeah.
Okay, should I retry?
Sure.
Okay.
Pause.
That one turned out alright, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll never know.
Wait, why is it rolling? Did you catch that?
Oh.
30 minutes to film, and yet you screwed. I needed someone to film. Alright. No hard feelings, okay?
So probably, most likely a mimic attack is what happened.
I understand. Yeah, because like back there was the perfect time for a serial killer to just jump out and grab us, you know?
Cut it out. It's scary enough as is. Chris? 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 Where are you? Chris! isn't funny. Chris! I just want to go home, come on. Fine, I guess I'm going home without you. I'm cold, tired, and hungry. If you want to stay out here and play games, you can.
Man, that tree was reflective as hell.
Chris? What are you doing? Chris, this isn't funny.
Okay.
Oh. God.
So we have a mimic. What's a little odd though is how instead of feasting on Chris, it's starting to go after her. Once again, turn the flashlight off and hide. It's too dark for it to see. Same mistake, two different people. Oh, she got home. Surprisingly, really fast. Lock. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Hey guys, if you've made it this far into the video, please consider liking and subscribing and helping the channel out, make it grow. Helps me out make more content, get more motivation, and enjoy the rest of the video. Species Anomaly Report. Warning, this video contains flashing lights, loud sounds. Viewers' discretion is advised. Alright, sounds like another VHS. Okay, this is for the harvester. So a 2-month period, the population density shifted around. Maps display the charted population. Okay, so this is okay, we got some birds. No, we got a family. What is wrong with the boy and the wife? Okay, so we got like 2 kids playing in the forest. Okay, what about I'm guessing those are the harvest's tendrils. Okay. So from October, this bunch was down here. Now they're right here. Or not August. Okay, yeah. So they're moving. They're moving in, like, northeast. These guys are moving southwest. Okay, now map's upside down. Flavor enhancer commercial. This is an ambulance.
Flavor. The most crucial component to enjoying a good meal. The way food tastes is what makes eating so pleasurable. But what if you could savor every little detail you could possibly want? That is why we, at Nutrier Co., have made it so that you may enjoy every single bite you take. With our product, the Flavor Enhancer, you can extract every last morsel of taste from your plate.
That ain't chicken, bro.
With overwhelming demand for this essential product, even since our start earlier this year, we have delivered what you wanted. Now introducing the Flavor Enhancer Deluxe. Now packaged in a larger size and modified recipe, there is now even more savory goodness to go around. Since our debut in mid-1990, the Flavor Enhancer has shown to be a major hit, with our product flying off the shelves. The Flavor Enhancer Deluxe will allow us to satisfy your growing, tasting needs. Now allowing you to add even more enhancer to your dinner, making your food even better to enjoy. The Flavor Enhancer Deluxe, available on shelves now. Nutrier Co. Experience true savor.
These larger serving sizes make dining even more pleasant, now allowing more generous amounts of enhancer at a time. Flavor Enhancer Deluxe, now available in stores near you. Nutrier Co. Experience true savor.
Make your taste buds pop with the new deluxe size. Make tasting even more awesome.
It looks like yeast.
Spoil your kids with this essential part of every meal. Nutrier Savor.
Flavor Enhancer Deluxe. required for all meals, no matter how small it seems, just a little more. It is crucial to everyday eating.
I'm hearing like whispering in my ears.
You need the flavor enhancer to enjoy eating. You need the flavor enhancer.
Consume.
You need it. You must. You must.
Consume.
You must.
Consume.
You must.
Damn, that was loud. So I think my suspicions... Message.
In the distant horizon, the group of monoliths stand vacant. Although closed off to outsiders, their stance can be observed well outside the perimeter. It is known to have hundreds of thousands of fibers that weave themselves deep underground, all connected in a grand mycelial network.
You might be confused as to why you received this package. This was left to you because we share a common goal. I'm aware that you studied Carnis and researched their properties. I'm also aware that you have received backlash for doing so. Something isn't as it seems, and you know this too. Unexplained phenomena, countless casualties, missing persons, fatalities, and yet no proper action, and a notable silence about these affairs. People are afraid and confused. Why is nothing being done? Because they don't want us to know. We've been kept in the dark, while those above us slither and miss the blind. They have slowly been numbing our minds to their schemes, but they've made one crucial error. Trails, crumbs, traces of information. I've collected these pieces and found their loose ends. This is why I've left this message to you. The documents included with this statement is all the information that I have gathered. Every continuity, every cover-up, every crumb that I could find, they all lead here. Something has been going on these few years. Something big. Something they don't want us to know about. Here's where you come in.
An orb.
I don't have the power to change things, but you do. Alongside the documents are plans. Plans for a meeting, one of great importance. You have the resources. With this information I have provided to you, I hope you can put a stop to all the scandals. I just hope it isn't too late.
The monoliths are truly an astonishing sight to behold.
Alright, so I just had a crazy theory right now, or kind of like breakthrough. What if for NutriCo, for their flavor enhancers, what if they're using the spores from the host, but they're modifying it so that when you eat it, it still has the same effect of where it goes to your brain, but since it's modified and they technically the host is at the store, of which where more flavor enhancers are, what if they go there, they buy more, eat more, then they're just hooked? So I just thought of that. All right, 2 more videos ago. Facility 0. There's this symbol again. Carcass. Carcass? I don't know. Carcass. Same logo as last
Mission
time.
brief. Three ground teams are tasked with infiltrating a previously abandoned mall titled Facility Zero, which is located in the restricted zone based on our info. The mission will take place in 3 stages: infiltration, encirclement, and ambush. Primary objective is to capture the facility and seize the items of interest for extraction. Numerous armed guards are located within the facility. Avoid detection and keep up your guard.
There was that symbol again, though. That was on New Trier Cove. It's like a circle with a triangle.
Alpha team, in position. Beta team, in position. Gamma team, in position.
Copy. Beginning phase 1.
Eyes on the point.
It's like a
Clearing pathway now. Pathway cleared. Give us the green light.
So they gotta be careful.
Copy. Green light is a go. Begin phase 2 in advance.
Alpha team, copy. Beginning advance.
There's a monolith.
All right, we're heading out. Move, move, move!
There's the harvester I shot.
Lights off. Come on. Move.
Yeah, that's a monolith. Alright, so they officially infiltrated like the outer perimeter.
Keep your distance. Single file. Halt! In position, awaiting green light.
It's pretty well kept for an abandoned mall. Two people just went down.
Eyes are secure. Turning blind. Lights green.
Copy. Green light is a go. Begin phase 2 in advance.
Mechanical interference. Should we resume? Copy. Phase 3 is still a go. Preparing for breach.
Breach in 3, 2, 1. Breach.
Get down! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Get down! Get down! Put down your weapon! Get down! Put down your weapon! Put your hands up! Get down! I said get down!
Looked like the cold. They infiltrated the cold or something. But there's like a ring of orbs that they were in front of. Damn. Emergence. Sounds like a trimming. Sounds like trimmings. That did not sound a flashlight. That sounded like someone freaking pulling out a gun or something.
That's right. You can now have a pet trimming be a part of your family in the form of a marketable plushie. Finally, a little lump of meat of your very own. Imagine all the activities you can do. You can pat, scratch, and pet your trimming. You can listen to the radio and even take them onto walks. You can walk them in the morning. You can walk them in the afternoon. And you can even do late night walks. Just don't stay up too late.
Oh. The trimmings will not assist you in a mimic encounter or against low budget costumes.
You can even give them little accessories. The new trimming plushie, at the price of $29.99, comes with a reusable drawstring bag, available for pre-order on makeship.com. The new trimming plushie will only be available for a limited time. Starting now, the plush will be available for the next 3 weeks, after which, no more will be available. A minimum of 200 trimmings must be sold before the campaign ends, or else none will be shipped. Again, available for pre-order only on makeship.com. Link in the description below. So go grab one now, before it is too late.
Recently,
I don't know if I should be mad. But let me tell you something. I actually am trying to partner up with Makeshift as well. Or Makeshift. So it should be incoming soon, actually. Hold on, let me check. Or is it already available for funding? It is. Damn! Alright, you know what? I think I might pick one up. Who knows? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was something that I decided to do because lately I haven't been able to play any horror games. So if you guys want me to do more analog horror for Horror Thursday, just tell me down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.